Hello everyone, it's Sean. I'm back again, and this is the next part of the Voyager on the stand build. I have to take a close look here at the instructions and see what I have to do next. And what I'm going to do is insert the red pieces in on each half, if I can. I'm going to see how it works. Now there only appears to be one red piece, so you have to figure, is that the bottom or the top? That's a good point. Let's find out where the pegs are. Alright, I'm back. So the first step was to label in silver Sharpie the part numbers so I knew which is which, because there's 104, 105, 107, and 106. And if you look at this section of step 1, you'll see that 104 and 105 go on this one. You can see the little pegs there. So that's the first step, and then we'll see how that works. Be back. Just a slight correction for the little red parts. They're both 111. So the instructions have to say 111 left versus 111 right. So I'm using part 12 again because that's the only reference part you really see. All these parts are put on the bottom, then the top is attached. And I forgot to clear paint these ones, but since I know now how disruptive the paint is, the glue is, I'm going to wait, and I'm not going to paint them until later. I just have to decide which part has the little lip on it. Oh, I see the little lip now. Alright, here we go. There. Alright, so the glue goes here. There we are. Here's the part. And it has a little notch, a little lip on the underside, so it goes in that way. And let's see, does show through, good, there. I heard the satisfying click. Perfect. So now it's time to find the Tamiya red, sorry, full cart red. Well, actually that's the Enterprise A nacelle color, isn't it? Yes it is, it's slightly rusty red. It's not that one. It is this one, bright red metallic. So that's what you paint the thing with, but I have to go get the water, so I'll be back. My solution was to paint it on the inside, as you can see, and hope that on the outside you're actually able to see the red when it pokes through. And you can somewhat, well, I don't know. We'll find out. If necessary, I'll get a Q-tip in there and paint it that way. And now it's time to apply the same red to the clear parts from the inside again to overcome any wretchedness from the glue. So it becomes quite clear. I should have painted these from the beginning. Hey, there you go. But I painted it from the inside, so you can't really tell. It's perfect. All right, so that is that. So I'll mark that on the guide. All right, now the handy part is, it is part 108. At least I think it is. Magnifying glass time. All right. So there is a 108 right and a 108 left. So the 108 left is here. Cut that part. I hope it didn't get lost, but that's why I painted the inside of the part, so I'll go find it. Found it, but always cut into a box. So bring the box and put it there. Something to cut into. I know, it's becoming a big mess, but I just don't have time to organize right now. Okay, so 108 left. This one. All right. Good. So you got to do the cutting on the part to make sure that it is not wrecked. Okay. And cut off the little part that is in the way of it fitting into place, which is that part. A little bit more. There, good. Oh, didn't quite get it all. All right, there we go. So, the way it wants the part to look is, there is a peg somewhere. Or it looks like there's a peg, but there's a spot here. I don't honestly see a peg. I'm going to try both parts again. No, not like that. Maybe like that. No. That's the confusion I had last time, which is why I painted it from the inside this time, the actual part, because I can't get that part to fit. No matter what I do, it just doesn't want to do anything. I can't get it to turn the right way so that I can make it work. It almost looks like it wants to lay on its side. But that doesn't seem to work either, because that would get in the way of the pegs. So actually I'm going to leave these parts out again because they just don't, they're in the way. So paint it from the inside. All right, there we go. Sealed, sealed, sealed. Good, good, good. So we're going to take part number 9 and put the other piece on there and go from there. So I'll be back with that. All right, so now it's time to do the clear blue pieces, which I hope I can get in with just the glue without destroying anything. Because remember, this is the one I want Kate Mulgrew to sign, so I want it to look proper. Good, got those pieces out perfectly. Excellent. All right, so you take the piece that curves inwards slightly at the back end. You can see that there. And you place it in here. So you gotta get the brush. All right, so just putting in the glue, and you've got to place it in on between the rungs, so right about there. So take a picture. There we go. Alright, so that is how it goes. And we'll do the other one. Mark the guide, of course. The assembly step has been completed. And that the part has been painted, so I'll come back when I've done more. Alright, I've got the clamps. So we'll see if I can clamp the piece together to make sure it actually stays glued. You don't want there to be any slip-ups here. Alright, so far so good. And then, for the edges of the nacelles, the parts themselves, now let's see here. Bottom or top? Gotta look at the box. Top. This way. There you go, top. Good, 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 good. So, clamp here, there, and clamp here. There you go. You see? Got it all clamped. So that is one piece. Alright. And then we do the other piece. So I'll be back when that's done. And we'll take some pictures of progress so far. Because that's about as far as I can go tonight on this ship. There we go. So I've got both pieces done now. Got to make sure to put all the parts away and then we'll get some good pictures. So I'll be right back. Alright, so there we go. You've got the picture now of the parts. All glued together. Get the pictures from all sides, of course. And that's not going to be the end for tonight, actually, because I realize I can do the deflector dish assembly also. So I will show you those parts now. And I can also assemble the front deflector dish on the top of the saucer, and it goes right in this hole here. So I might as well do that first, because it's a small piece. Alright, so you can see the deflector dish pieces here. Torpedoes were already installed and colored into the main housing. So now it's time to put in the blue dish and the copper center. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back and see how it looks. There. Assembled deflector dish. Assembled deflector dish. So that is step 5. And any glue that's smudged was not actually wrecked. It didn't, any glue that smudged underneath the clear piece, so it didn't really affect the other section that much. Good. So, only thing left to do now is once again on the main hull of the ship, and that is to take the clear torpedo pieces, which are right here, and put them into the ship. Now, what you have to do is glue them in first the proper way, and then do the painting. And the good thing is, because where they are is going to be Voyager dark gray, and they will as well, so that'll be perfect. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll be back when that's done. Put them in unpainted. Okay, so the clear pieces are in. You can see that. They're in the proper way because they stick out a bit at a right angle from the back. You can see that. So now it's time to paint them. Start with a dark gray. Alright, there is the dark gray. Don't worry, it'll dry properly. Now it's time to prop the ship up like that so that I can do the red. Just have to find something to prop it up against. Well, I did need to prop it up. There you go. I used the Deco Art True Red for that one. So now I can prop up the main hull of the ship and let the glue set. Kind of like that, you see? And that way the glue will set. And you have the nacelles. The glue will set on them. And the glue will set on the deflector dish. So now it's time to take the pictures, final pictures for tonight. Alright, so those are the final pictures for tonight for the ship, for Voyager. And that's the end for today's Wednesday. So tomorrow's Thursday. I will try unclamping the nacelles, assembling them into the main hull of the ship. And then that'll complete assembly on Voyager for this week. And indeed for any week. And then I can start focusing on any final detail painting like RCS thrusters, windows, etc. in preparation for starting the decals. And then, yeah, and that'll finish off the week, and that'll be what I post this week. So, talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, I'm back again, and I am actually going to try assembling a deflector dish first. It's been a couple hours for the glue to dry. Treated it just like paint, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, so first thing to do is to get the glue and put it in the holes of the deflector dish. That way it'll settle into its pegs. Now I hope it doesn't clog up the peg holes too much, but I don't want to get too much glue, although I will go under here and under there. Good. And just in case, along the inner edge, there we go, there. All right, so we'll try doing this on camera here. Everything's all set. Got to align the pieces correctly. So, like that. Push. All right, let's be off camera for a moment here. Stand by. I'm hoping this will go in. Let me take a look at the instructions for a minute, because I assembled everything before I put the deflector dish in place. And as you can see, I'm supposed to put the deflector dish in place before the secondary hull is attached to the saucer, so I hope that's not going to be a problem. We're going to find out now. Ah, that was a satisfying snap. That's good. Let's try the other side. Nope, that was pretty close. Come on. You got one in. Yeah, probably should have tried to put it in. Oh wait, no, it's not going to brush against it. Just, I'll be back. Right, now what I thought was a gap is not really, because it is tucked under there. There's a bit of a gap here, but it won't push in any more than it already is. So that's pretty good. There. That's pretty good. That's about as good as you'll get. So that's good. So let me take a picture with the deflector dish in. There we go. So now we'll try the nacelle mount hinges, but I'm not going to glue them in because you want the nacelle hinges to be able to turn and shift. So let's take the clamps off the nacelles now. You can always replace them after the nacelle is in place. Now it's supposed to assemble in the side here, like so. Come on. There. Good. See, now let's make sure the function is intact. Excellent. And it doesn't tilt down. That's very important. Wanted to make sure that the nacelle didn't accidentally tilt down. I had that problem, oops, sorry, with the landing legs Voyager. And that's why it had to be having its nacelles glued. But since it was landing anyway, I said, well, that's only logical. Okay, we're having a bit of trouble getting the part in here, so I'm going to go off camera for a moment, and I'll be back when it's installed. Success! Didn't want to go in. There we go. There we are. So the nacelles are now assembled. So let's take a picture of Voyager with its nacelles in warp configuration. There. With its nacelles down at impulse configuration. There. So now we'll put it on the stand and we'll really get the beauty shots. I'll probably try to set up a cardboard backdrop as well. That way nothing goes wrong. So give me a chance here to organize everything. I'll set up the backdrop and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so here we go. Got the Voyager on the stand. Now I can start taking the pictures. So there's the aft view, port view, the forward view, looks pretty even. And here we go in warp configuration. Starboard, aft. Now you can see how both impulse engines are lit up from within, but on the show, the left one always seemed to be dark, not sure why. And port view. Alright, so that will be the end of this section of the Voyager build. I'm going to have to mark the guide of the assembly that I've now completed on the model. Alright, so I'm back. You can see the instructions here, how I assembled the front deflector dish, the torpedo launchers, the nacelles. It's on the stand. You'll notice how it doesn't have the posable stand section. And you can see how I assembled the deflector dish to the main secondary hull. So that is all for now for the model number 38, the Voyager on the stand. And I found out today that my summer leave does cover the time period where it's going to be GalaxyCon in Raleigh, which is now only about 3.5 months away because it's July 29th, that event. And that's where Kate Mulgrew is going to be there for autographs. And I hope to have finished this Voyager by then. And there's plenty of space on the stand for her to autograph it, so that's good. So we'll see you, I'll post this video on Friday. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye. I just noticed, you know how I use the Tamiya Light Ghost Gray for the hull color of Voyager? Well, I did not color the plastic, and you can see how much lighter it is. Now, the manual color I have for Tamiya Light Ghost Gray is not going to darken it significantly, but it'll darken it enough that it'll blend in a lot like the phaser strips on the bottom. You see? So that's what I'll use the touch-up paint for. But I'm quite pleased with Voyager, and its nacelles go up into warp configuration, as you can see. And I'm actually going to see if it rotates on that rotating stand. So give me one moment and I'll be back with that YouTube short, hopefully. I would have believed it if I didn't see it, but here is Voyager rotating on its large polar lights base, but on the rotating stand. So that's quite good that it actually works. So once it rotates to face it at the front, I'm going to put the nacelles down and we'll get it rotating in impulse configuration. So I'll be right back. Alright, so Voyager's down now, rotating at impulse configuration on the big polar light stand. So that's quite a good view there. I'm glad that the stand can overlap it successfully. And it can still rotate. That's brilliant. That's something I intend to demonstrate at the next Hobby Club meeting. So, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.